Hey, it's Brittany LaRee, and I'm here to share with you some of my tips and tricks for getting the most out of your vacation at Walt Disney World Resort. Some of these will be like stuff you should do prior to your trip, some things you should know for doing stuff like on your trip, and just tips like that. So let's get into it. First and foremost, things you should do, especially if you have never been on property before, is do your research. I have a ton of videos of transportation on property, how to get to and from with the monorails, the Skyliners, buses, basically transportation and stuff like that. It can get kind of confusing. There's just so many specific little things that I would say just like do your research, especially on transportation, so you at least know what you're in for coming and going from your resort, whether it's on property or off property. Maybe you want a resort hop and kind of knowing what that entails. There's a lot of videos out. I have some. Chewy, you're hey, stop doing that, weirdo. He's a dog. Like I was saying though, I have plenty of videos to help you guys out with transportation tips. Something just like a regular tip too is just plan enough time, even if you're staying on property, to leave before you want to go to a park. Especially if you're rope dropping a park. That's what I'm looking for. Rope dropping a park. Plan enough time. Magic Kingdom, I think, hands down, takes the longest time to get to because a lot of times you're going to the TTC and then over. So just plan enough time. I think even if you're staying in like Skyliner, even buses, all of that in the morning can get very, very backed up to the point where you may have, allotted a half-hour amount of time to get over there, and you could not even be getting there until the park is already open and people are already in. So just know that transportation, even if you're staying on property, can get backed up, and just plan accordingly. Probably 45 minutes to an hour before any of these parks open, plan on leaving your resort. Now, if you're staying on like the monorail line for Magic Kingdom specifically, that's different. I think you'll be fine. You have plenty of options how to get there from the Magic Kingdom like loop resorts. But any other resort I don't know, I just say rule of thumb, leave about an hour early, just to make sure that you're actually there to get on the rides that you guys want to get on. I know that sounds super dumb. You're getting there early enough. That's fine. I mean, I'm just saying if you wanted to rope drop a specific ride, people also want to rope drop that specific ride. So like the Skyliner line in the morning will get backed up, that whole thing. So just for transportation, do your research and leave early enough when you are here. Pick the right resort for you. I have tons of resort tours on my channel of the different resorts, all the way from value to the most expensive resort that Walt Disney World offers. I think choosing a resort for not only your budget, but your family's needs is a huge thing. Like I said, if you want to be close to Magic Kingdom, maybe if you have it in your budget to spend a little bit more and stay on the resort line, like those resorts right there by Magic Kingdom, that might be a good time saver. Now, it's not going to be a money saver, but if you have it in your budget, splurge a little, have some fun. But do your research on your resorts too. Obviously, sometimes it's the cheapest one and that's all you got. That's completely fine. I've been there. But if you have a little wiggle room, stay somewhere kind of in the middle even. I think all the resorts on property are really, really great. So there's a lot of options, and I just want you to research and choose the correct one for you and your party. Water, oh my goodness, throughout the entire year, even when it's cold, bring water bottles. You can bring your own water bottle into the park. There is water fill-up stations everywhere. If you didn't, though, you can go to any quick serve location and ask for a cup of water. I do this a lot because I don't want to pay for a water bottle when I'm there, and I'll just get a little cup and fill it up if I need more water. But it's especially when the hot seasons are around, which is almost the whole year. Water. Do not risk it. If you are not drinking water throughout the day, you are doing it wrong. I have seen guests pass out. I have seen medical problems. If you're drinking, just drink water too. I know you want to go and have a great time, especially at Epcot, and get those drinks around the world. Totally understand that, but take care of yourself and your family. Please drink water. That is literally so important, and a lot of people are like, I'm fine. I live here and work at Disney, and sometimes I'll go and film and be like, I don't need to bring a water bottle today, and then I'm not fine. And I'm out in this weather all the time, and I'm still not fine. No one's body can handle being dehydrated. It's just not the way we're made. So take it from a local. Please drink water. And I could say it to myself because sometimes I need to bring my water bottle more often to drink more water. But it's very important to drink water, which again is such a stupid, crazy, like easy thing. But I promise you, sometimes I don't even think about it. And then I'm like, oh, I should think about this more. So think about it. Drink your water. Another thing is mobile ordering. Food is something everyone knows, but mobile checkout at certain stores is something that a lot of people don't actually know about. You can look on your app and it'll have a mobile checkout, kind of like where you would mobile order food. So if you're like in the Emporium at Magic Kingdom, you can mobile check out with the Emporium so you don't have to wait in that line. Now, obviously you can't pay in cash, but you can pay on card, and your AP discount or discount should apply on it. And even it says like, where's my discount? And you can click it and it'll help you to, like make sure your discount's applied on merchandise if you have that. Definitely has saved me and my family so much time doing mobile checkouts. It's kind of insane. But yeah, there's people that were like, even my family, they're like, I didn't know this was a thing. It is a thing. I think every park has a merchandise location that you can mobile check out. And it's usually the biggest store within the park. Like Disney Springs, it's the World of Disney. Epcot, it's Creations. Magic, it's the Emporium. Definitely check it out. It is a time saver, especially if you have kids that just like, you just can't wait another line. It's the end of the night and you want to check. Do that. Please do that. Like I said, everyone knows at this point about mobile ordering food, but mobile merchandise checkout is such a big thing. It's right there on the My Disney Experience app. Also, do your research on the My Disney Experience app. There is a ton of great videos about My Disney Experience. Just take some time, play with the app, get to know it. This is everything. That app is literally everything. It sounds so dumb. I understand it can be annoying to people, but the things that you can do on that app are incredible. And definitely just look up how to use it, play with it a little bit. I do have videos on how to use the My Disney Experience app if you are looking, but there are plenty of videos just on YouTube in general that can help you. Again, back to the do your research thing I said earlier, do your research on the My Disney Experience app. It is crucial for you to know what you're doing. The amount of times that I'll get guests that are like, how do I find my photos? And I'm like, they're on the app. And they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, okay, we do not mind explaining it to you. But when you're on vacation brain happens. That's a fabulous thing, actually. We want you to come here and relax. But it'd be a lot easier if you just a little bit prep. So when you're on vacation, you don't lose things like photos, or you don't make the reservations that you want, whether that be Lightning Lane or dining. We don't want you to miss out on those things. And that's why we have the My Disney Experience app for you. Of course, there are things you can do without the app. It's just a lot easier with the app, and it puts the control kind of in your hands. So I just really want you guys to learn the My Disney Experience app. It sounds really stupid, but it will do a lot to help make your trip easier and help you access the things that you want to do, especially ahead of time. You can do a lot of planning, which I think is really important in order to get the trip that you guys want to get out of. It's a lot of money to come here, and I do get that. So we want you to get the best bang for your buck and the most out of your vacation while you are here. It's so worth it. There's so many little things that you can do to help, like specifically dining reservations. Say you didn't get like a Beacon Barrel reservation. Those are very hard to get right now. But I've been looking day of, and I've been finding reservations day of if you wanted to go to Beacon Barrel. That is something you can do. You can literally look night before, day up. People will cancel their reservations. So another tip would be if you're trying to get a reservation somewhere, there's walk-up menus, which is like literally you're in the park next to the restaurant, or check for day of or night before reservations for the next day. Like I said, some people plans will change. They will cancel and then it'll pop up. I have found reservations a couple times that way. Now, none of this is guaranteed to get you into the restaurant that you want to get into, but it is definitely something that I have found that has worked multiple times. But using the My Disney Experience app. So that's very, very important and a very important piece of the pie. You can bring in your own snacks. You can bring your water, your snacks. We do have a Starbucks in every single park. Definitely, there's a bunch of ways to save money and everything, including bringing your own food. just be prepared. Something that I also do is I pre-purchase gift cards. So I know exactly how much I'm spending. Obviously, I go to Disney a lot and I buy snacks to show you guys. I buy prepaid Disney gift cards. Sometimes there's like deals throughout the year in certain stores that, you know, Blaine actually finds for me and then buys them for me, and then I use them for the videos. So that's something too that can help save money, is buy the Disney gift cards when there's like those sales. It's like 20% off or like whatever. So you get it saves a little bit of money, and a little bit goes a long way, especially at Walt Disney World. So, you know, you never truly know, but prepay those, because I just think it's cool, and it's a good way to just like budget out your money, so then you know exactly how much you're spending. It's easy just to like pull out your card and just pay for everything right and left. You're on vacation. Again, understand you want to relax. But if you're on a budget, it's okay. Prepay with the gift cards. I think it's great. I do that all the time. Something else is when you find merchandise, say you find something at the beginning of the day, sizes will sell out really quick. And I always say, rule of thumb is, if you see it, buy it when you see it, because you might not see it again. That has happened to me so many times where I'm like, oh, I love this shirt, but I don't want to carry it around the rest of the day. But then I come back at the end of the day and it's not there anymore. So just be prepared. Maybe bring like a bigger backpack that you could put some merchandise in. There are lockers that you can, you know, put stuff in if you did buy stuff. But I just know that I have found stuff and have come back a couple hours later and it's just gone. So maybe if you see something you like, try to purchase it. There are a lot of shopping locations, but sometimes it's like you see it and you just kind of have to get it. So that's just the reality of it all. I've heard people just complaining about merchandise being gone, which is totally understandable. Like if you see something, you don't want to carry it around the whole day. Sometimes you just kind of have to see it, buy it, and go from there and figure out what's going on from there. Definitely, obviously, good shoes. Tennis shoes. It might rain. You truly never know the weather here. So pack for like if it's summertime, it's going to rain. So make sure you have clothes that you're okay getting wet. Maybe waterproof shoes is a great thing to bring down. Just know Florida weather is very bipolar and things can happen throughout the whole day that may not be on the weather report, but it's a thing. So definitely bring like a wide variety of clothes, especially clothes that you are okay getting wet in. Speaking of getting wet, please pre-purchase ponchos or any like rain repellent clothes. It is so expensive in the parks to buy a poncho. I understand if you guys forget and you're here, we do offer umbrellas and rain ponchos and rain jackets, but it's Disney pricing, so you're going to be paying the premium for said pricing. This is a tip a lot of people give, but really though, buy the ponchos, reuse the ponchos. My parents got some, and my sister and I just used it going on Tiana's Bayou Adventure when she was down here, and they literally reuse them. They just dry them off, put it back in the pouch, and reuse it, and I think that's great. Great investment. You never know if you want to go on a ride that gets wet or it's just going to pour down rain. It's really nice to just pull out of your backpack and just have ready to go. So definitely pre-purchase things like that on Amazon. Also sunscreen, back to like the sun talk, please bring sunscreen. You will get burnt. Again, I live here. I try to get a base tan. I do all the things, but even at work, I'll put sunscreen on and I'll reapply and I'll still get sunburnt. And I have I'm not a very pale person, if that makes sense. So I tan really easily, and usually my skin is pretty good with the sun. Sun down here is completely different. Put the sunscreen on. Everybody in your party needs to put sunscreen on. Please help your skin. Put SPF on throughout the day, not just the beginning of the day, throughout the day. It is so important for your health, not only to stay hydrated, but to keep your sunscreen on and going throughout the whole day. Oh, my computer just went to sleep. Sorry. That scared me. I was like, whoa, what's happening? Oh, so many tips. There's so many things I could tell you guys to just keep in mind. I think these are the top, 5 or 6, maybe 10 that I just shared you. Not 10. I did not do 10. And I know I babbled on, but these are things that I just see so much and constantly at Disney that I know. If I know these because I've been here, I live here, I'm a cast member. But if I was coming for my first time, these are things that I'm like, you just need to know. I always tell people that are coming down here that a lot of my friends will ask me like, what do I need to know? And these are the things that I tell them, because I feel like if you are not prepared to take on Disney, Disney will take on you. Like, it's such a big property. The weather down here is kind of crazy. you just need to know certain things. There is a lot that goes into planning a Disney vacation. If you guys have any questions with that, please leave them in the comments down below. Look through my videos. I've answered some transportation questions. I've been trying to help you guys so that you can learn and know prior to coming on property to get the most out of your Walt Disney World vacation. Again, I think it's so important. Some things I'm even still learning that I'm like, wow, how did I not already know that? So this is always an ongoing learning process. I just wanted to come on here because I feel like I've answered similar questions to this, and I just had a couple people like ask me for help for planning their vacation, and these again were the things that I told them. Now these are people who have never come to Walt Disney World, so I definitely just felt like it was something I wanted to tell you guys. Even if you've come a million times or you've never come, I think this is information that everybody should know. Even I need to follow my own advice a little bit more, like drinking more water. Oops. But like I said, I think this is good information for you guys to know, whether you've been here a million times or it's your first time coming down. So I do hope this helped you. Hit a like button and subscribe. And any questions about Walt Disney World planning, tips, anything you could think about for theme parks, please leave them in the comments down below, and I would happily answer those questions. Hit the like button and subscribe. I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!